Hi viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we shall discuss about VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions in an Excel sheet. Now let us start VLOOKUP, vertical lookup function in an Excel sheet with an example. Now consider a student database with 4 attributes named by register number, name, subject, mark. Okay, now try to fill this entire database with some random numbers. Let us say the register number of the student is 101. The next record will be 102. Okay, now select these two and identify your doctor plus symbol, and then change this doctor plus symbol into a small thin plus symbol. Drag the remaining cells. Automatically it will fill the remaining data. Similarly, let us name this candidate as ABC1, this candidate as ABC2. Repeat the same procedure which we did for register number 1. Select ABC2. Observe your doctor plus symbol. Change this into a small thin plus symbol. And then drag the remaining cells. Clear? Similarly, I am going to have some random subjects. Let us say Max followed by Physics followed by Computers. Let us name these 3 subjects. Now select these 3 cells, change this into, observe your doctor plus symbol, and then change this into a small thin plus symbol. Drag the remaining cells. The procedure will be common to all the cells. Okay. Now give some random mark achieved by each and every respective candidate. 55 marks, 65 marks, 45 marks, 28 marks, 35 marks, 85 marks, 76 marks. Randomly you can give any mark as you wish. Clear? Now this is what the student database. Now what is the use of using this VLOOKUP function means? We can drag the information of a required candidate without searching in the entire database. That is what the main motto of defining this VLOOKUP function. Now we shall see that how it is going to retrieve the record of 105. If I say 105, it should retrieve the information as ABC5 as a name, Physics as a subject, 35 mark is the achieved mark of this candidate ABC5. Clear? How to perform this? First of all, click your name attribute. Clear? Now click on formula bar, and we know that formula bar should always start with equal to followed by VLOOKUP followed by the syntax lookup value, table array, column index. First of all, lookup value. So look the value 105. What is the cell address of this? B7, comma, table array. I need a table of this entire student database. Select the entire student database and then press F4 key from your keyboard. Now observe your formula bar. It has assigned to an absolute cell reference, okay, which we have discussed in our previous sessions. If you feel any doubt, please go and watch that particular session, comma, which particular field you want name. Now name is your second attribute of your database, so make 2, comma, either 0 or 1. If you want 1, 1 indicates approximate match, 0 indicates exact match. I need an exact information from the concerned database, so I prefer 0. So this is how we need to retrieve the information of 105. Now you can observe 105 is related to a name of a candidate ABC5 in our database. Repeat the same procedure for the sake of subject. But here the most important point is Again you need to rewrite the formula as it is. VLOOKUP followed by which particular record you want to see, 105 whose cell address is B7, comma, table array, select the entire table, comma, and then after that you need to see that this table array is an absolute function, so we need to prefer the absolute cell reference. So to make this as an absolute cell reference, press F4 from your keyboard and observe your cell address of the data. It has changed to dollar, okay, J $4 colon $M $13. That indicates we are preferring the absolute cell reference of your Dunson database, comma, subject. Now subject comes under third column, therefore we need to prefer third 3 comma 0. Now if you observe, we can get the subject as physics of 105 record. 105 is related to physics. Name of the candidate is ABC5. So we have achieved these two. Repeat the same procedure to achieve your mark. Equal to VLOOKUP followed by lookup value 105, comma, select the table array. After selecting your table array, what we need to do? We need to press F4 in order to make this entire table array into absolute cell reference. That's the most important point which you need to remember. Comma, mark. Mark comes under which particular column? 4. Therefore, 4 comma 0. Now, if you see 105 is related to ABC, physics and 35. 105 is related to ABC, physics and 30. Not only this, you can search for other record. Clear? Let us say 107 is my search record. Now, when once we press enter, automatically it identifies the name of your record as ABC7, subject Max, and then Mark 76. You can observe this. This is what the record that we have searched. So this is how we need to perform our VLOOKUP function. The next thing is we can copy this entire database in a separate sheet and hide this information. How we are going to do that? Okay, we shall see in the next upcoming videos. Now we shall learn about HLOOKUP function, horizontal lookup function, with an example of student grade. Okay, how to achieve using your lookup array. Okay. Now in this case, I am going to consider two major attributes. One is called mark, the other one is called grade. Okay, but these attributes are now treated as tuples, which means they are records now. Okay, so that's the main difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. If I use them as columns, they are called as attributes. If they used in terms of rows, they are called as tuples. Clear? Remember, rows can also be called as tuples. Tuples can also be called as records. Similarly, attributes can also be called as fields. Fields can also be called as columns. Therefore, the most important point is VLOOKUP always deals with the column index. HLOOKUP always deals with row index. Now, in our example, we assume two basic rows. First row with marks, second row with grade. And I have given some mark 0, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Fail followed by E, D, C, B, A, O, which means that If a student mark is 0 to 39, then the candidate is said to be failed. If the student has achieved 40 to 49, then the grade is E. If the student has achieved 50 to 59, then the grade is D. Similarly, 60 to 69 C, 70 to 79 B, 80 to 89 A, and 90 onwards to 100 he has been treated as outstanding performance, which is 4. Now we shall see this with a database. Let us say I am going to create a student database with register number, name, marks and grade. Clear? In this student database, now I am going to grab the information of grade using this HLOOKUP function. How we shall see? Let us write 101 is my first record, 102 is my second record. As I said, select the first record as well as second record. Observe your doctor plus symbol. Change this doctor plus symbol into a small thin plus symbol and then drag the remaining cells. Similarly, name. Let us name this as ABC1. This record as ABC2. Select the first record, second record. Observe your doctor plus. Change this into small thin plus and then drag the remaining cells. Now enter some marks. Let us say I am going to give a mark of 55, a mark of 65, a mark of 45, a mark of 25, a mark of 89, a mark of 95, a mark of 76, a mark of 35, a mark of 40. Let us assume that these are all the marks which have been achieved by the candidates named by ABC1 to ABC9. Now, in this grade column, what I am going to use is I am going to use my HLOOKUP function. HLOOKUP followed by, observe the syntax. Now this time lookup value, comma, table array, comma, row index number. So this is going to deal only with the row index number, whereas column index number is supposed to be used under vertical lookup function. So that's the main difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Now lookup value. Which value you want to see? 55. What is the cell address of 55? D7. Observe on the screen. Comma. Table array. Now this is my table created with mark and grade. Mark with one row index, grade with second row index. They have been numbered as 1 and 2. Okay. After recognizing your table array, press F4 from your keyboard. Then automatically the table array that we have selected will change into an absolute cell reference. Comma. How many rows they are? 1 and 2. Okay. So I need a grade. Grade comes under which row? Second row. So make 2. Comma. Now if you want 1, it is an approximate match. If you say 0, it is an exact match. In this case, I am unable to recognize the information exactly from the table array. Why? Because 55 is not in there in my table array. Therefore, make this as approximate match with 1. Now enter. Immediately 55 lies in between 50 and 60. Therefore, the grade of 55 is nothing but D. So the answer is D. 65. Now we can easily guess 60 and 70. So the grade should be C. Observe that. Yes, we achieved C. 45. In between 40 and 50, the grade is E. Observe that. 25, 0 to 40 means the candidate is failed. Observe that. So in this way, we can trace the other respective record, okay, where we can cross check the information of each and every candidate mark. Based on that mark, we can achieve our grade. Suppose, say for example, if I change this record to 25 mark record has been changed to, let us take an example of 65, or else you can give any number as you wish. Now we'll check whether the database has been recognizing properly or not. Suppose 89 if I have given. Now tell me the answer. The answer should be 80 to 89. The grade is treated as A. We'll just check. The answer is A. Suppose if I change this to, let us say, another number, let us take an example of 49. Now what should be the grade? 49 is nothing but in between 40 and 50, therefore it should be E. We achieved that. Similarly, if I try to give 95 or else 98 out of 100, let us say, then the grade should be assigned as O. So in this way, we can cross-check the data whether the data retrieved properly or not from your table array. So this is about HLOOKUP. So in a similar way, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP also can be used to hide this table array and store this table array in a separate sheet. Anyhow, in our next upcoming videos, we shall see a small dashboard creation using your VLOOKUP functions.